Bonjour et bienvenue sur ma chaîne. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Cindy. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you about the relative pronouns qui and que. That is, I'm going to teach you when you need to use qui and when you need to use que. So before I can teach you the difference between qui and que, you need to understand what relative pronouns are. So the French relative pronouns are qui, que, quoi, dont, où, lequel, and all the different variations of lequel. And in English, these could mean either who, what, which, that, whom, etc., depending on the context. In this lesson, however, we are only going to be dealing with qui and que because English speakers often mix those two up. And make separate lessons for the other relative pronouns, so if you're interested, please check them out as well. So, relative pronouns are used to clarify who or what is being talked about. For example, if I say La dame qui vient d'arriver est ma prof de français, the lady who just arrived is my French teacher, I'm using qui or who to clarify which lady I'm talking about. Relative pronouns can also be used to give more information about someone or something. For example, in Julie, qui joue déjà du piano et de la guitare, veut prendre des cours de chant. Julie, who already plays piano and guitar, wants to take singing lessons. So I've used qui and who here to give you more information about Julie, that is, that she already plays piano and guitar. Relative pronouns refer back to a previously mentioned noun, and it is the grammatical role of that noun that will determine whether you need to use qui or que. In other words, whether you need to use qui or que will depend on whether the noun that comes before it is a subject, a direct object, or an indirect object. So in order to understand this lesson, you really need to make sure that you're familiar with what direct and indirect objects are. So if in doubt, go and check it now, and then come back to this lesson. And the last thing you need to know about relative pronouns is that they are always used to link two clauses together. In other words, relative pronouns enable you to make longer sentences rather than many short ones that would only contain one verb each. So first of all, let's learn about qui. Qui can mean either who, which, that, or whom. Qui refers to the subject of the verb that follows it, and that subject can be a person or a thing. So, in other words, if the noun that comes before the relative pronoun is a person or thing performing the action of the verb that follows the relative pronoun, then you need to use qui and not que. Qui can also refer to an indirect object as long as that indirect object is a person and that person is not introduced by the preposition de on its own. So again, in other words, if the noun that comes before the relative pronoun is a person and that person is an indirect object introduced by a preposition other than de on its own, you need to use qui and not que. If the indirect object was a thing, you would need to use lequel or any of its derivative, but that will be the subject of another lesson. And if the indirect object was a person, but that person was introduced by the preposition de on its own, then you would need to use the relative pronoun dont, but that again is the subject of another lesson. So I'm pretty sure I've lost half of you at least by now. So let's see some examples to clarify all this jargon. J'ai une sœur. Ma sœur est au collège. I have a sister. My sister is in senior school. So we have two short sentences here, and ma sœur is the subject of the second sentence. So if you want to make a single sentence out of these two sentences, you will need to use qui to replace the subject ma sœur. J'ai une sœur qui est au collège. I have a sister who is in senior school. We need to use qui in this sentence because the relative pronoun refers to the noun sœur, sister, which happens to be the one performing the action of being in senior school. A little tip you can use here to make things easier is if there is no subject between the relative pronoun and the verb, so between qui and est here, you need to use qui because it means that the relative pronoun refers to and acts as the subject. So in your English sentence, if your relative pronoun is immediately followed by a verb, you need to use qui because in that case, qui acts as the subject. So now let's have a look at the second example. Elle parle à un garçon. Elle a écrit une lettre d'amour à ce garçon. She is talking to a boy. She wrote a love letter to that boy. If we want to make a single sentence out of those two sentences, we'll need to say Elle parle au garçon à qui elle a écrit une lettre d'amour. She is talking to the boy to whom she wrote a love letter. So why do we need to use qui here? Well, we need to use qui because à qui, to whom, replaces à ce garçon. And à ce garçon is an indirect object. To whom did she write this letter? To that boy. That boy is therefore an indirect object. So à qui refers to the preceding noun garçon, which is a person, and is an indirect object. And if you remember, qui is used to refer to indirect objects so long as they are a person and are not introduced by the preposition de by itself. Now let's learn about que. Que can mean either whom, what, or that. The relative pronoun que is used to refer to the direct object, which can be a person or a thing. In other words, if the noun that precedes the relative pronoun is a direct object, then you need to use que and not qui. And something else you need to know about que is that it becomes QU apostrophe in front of a vowel or mute H. So let's see a couple of examples. J'ai vu le film, je voulais le voir depuis longtemps. I saw the film, I had wanted to see it for a long time. If you want to make this into a single sentence, you'll need to say J'ai vu le film que je voulais voir depuis longtemps. I saw the film I had wanted to see for a long time. Or I saw the film that I had wanted to see for a long time. So why are we using que here? We're using que because que refers to le film, which is a direct object. What had I wanted to see for a long time? Le film, the film. Since le film answers to the question what, it is a direct object. So we need to use que because que is used to refer to direct objects. Let's have a look at another example. J'ai acheté le cadeau. Il voulait ce cadeau pour son anniversaire. I bought the present. He wanted this present for his birthday. If you want to make this into a single sentence, you'll need to say J'ai acheté le cadeau qu'il voulait pour son anniversaire. I bought the present he wanted for his birthday. Or I bought the present that he wanted for his birthday. Notice also that while relative pronouns can often be omitted in English, they can't be omitted in French, so you have to always use them in French even if you don't need to use them in English. So QU apostrophe here stands for que, but we've had to use QU apostrophe because the word that follows it starts with a vowel. So why did we use QU apostrophe? We've used it because it refers to le cadeau, which is a direct object. So, since you've been good enough to follow me this far, I'm going to be nice to you and give you a few tips to make it easier to choose between qui and que. So, if there is no subject after the relative pronoun in English, use qui. If there is a subject after the relative pronoun, ask yourself if the noun that comes before it is a direct object. If it is a direct object, use que. If it is an indirect object, use qui as long as that indirect object is a person and that the preposition that precedes it is not de used by itself. I hope you found this lesson useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And if you still have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. That's what the comments are for. If you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. I upload new videos regularly. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, all the links are in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye!